The Way of the Rose. See, I have roses in honor of The Way of the Rose. Clark, Strand, and Perdita Finn, part 2. This conversation, and you know what? It looks like there might have to be a part 3. What can I say? This was the most extraordinary gift to give everyone as we approach the winter solstice. The winter solstice is in just a couple of days, and the winter solstice is the original, first, ancient, and always sacred goddess tradition of life, death, rebirth, darkness, light, returning and returning and returning. I could not give you a more perfect solstice gift than a second conversation with Perdita and Clark. I'm a bit of a wreck. I was just very open about my prayer life on this show. Well, what do you think the listeners need to know about this conversation?
It goes everywhere.
You know, the rosary gets us out of our heads and back into our hearts, and the mystery of our hearts, and the longings of our hearts, and the novenas that we're going to talk about is just about how we begin to walk in rhythm with our hearts. So, you know, there's a lot of heart in this show. That's what I would say.
That's what I would say. Just hold on tight. It's a wild ride. But yeah, we talked about the mysteries. We talked about the novena, about setting an intention, claiming a heart's desire, having the courage to ask for a heart's desire, and knowing that once you get your heart's desire, you have to keep on praying, because once your foot's on the path, that's when life really starts to happen.
Yeah, in a nutshell, what we discovered is a depth. Now, I'm a prayer artist. I'm only interested in prayer. It's the only thing I write about, think about, talk about. It's what this show is about. Everything in my life is prayer. And you know what? We just dropped into a whole new level. We dropped into mystical theta through this astonishing, ancient goddess worship called the Rosary. And the reason it's called the Rosary is the first rosaries were dried roses. They honor the roses that our ancient great grandmothers put in garlands around these statues of the goddess, of the lady. I grew up Catholic, so I thought I knew what the Rosary was. Oh no, this is so ancient and so beautiful and so beyond your comprehension, so beyond any ability that you think you have to understand prayer. This is prayer that drops you into prayer. You want a little proof? Here is just one quote in this book that we spent time on. The Rosary is my body. Okay, got that? This is the goddess. The Rosary is my body. My body is the body of the world. Your body is one with that body. What cause could there be for fear? If your mind is completely blown right now, you're ready for this conversation with Clark Strand and Perdita Finn on Praying at the Speed of Love, episode 20. This is shorthand for 20 in sign language. And it's the celebration of the completion of my first year of praying at the speed of love. It's a gift to you on the winter solstice, and your prayer life is about to be blown open and change. Come, meet the Rosary, dive into the Way of the Rose with Clark Strand and Perdita Finn on Praying at the Speed of Love. And you know why? Because I love